"You survived a war, old man, but you can't survive gravity." The teen's voice was thick with sarcasm as he snickered, holding up his phone. At the edge of the gas station's aisle, an elderly man with silver hair and a faded bomber jacket bent down slowly, struggling to gather spilled canned goods. His plastic bag had torn, groceries now scattered across the floor. His cane slipped. He stumbled. Still, no one helped. Not the cashier, not the customers waiting in line. Just silence. Uncomfortable, shameful. Until one man moved. He didn't speak. He didn't hesitate. Mid-30s, tall, broad-shouldered, wearing a plain gray hoodie and work boots. From the back of the store, he walked forward and knelt beside the veteran, gently scooping up the cans. His body shielded the phone's lens. The teen frowned, annoyed. "What are you, his guard dog?" he mocked. Still, no response. The man offered the elderly veteran a new bag, helped him to his feet, and nodded once. Then he turned to face the teen. His stare was level, quiet, unflinching. There was no anger in it, just the kind of silence that forces you to feel your own reflection. The boy's smirk faltered. "Thank you," the veteran rasped, his voice rough with age. "I served with the 3rd Battalion, back in Nam, 45 years ago. Never thought I'd feel more invisible at home than I did over there." The man didn't respond, but the weight of his presence said enough. The boy shuffled backward, kicking over a rack of chips on his way out. The cashier muttered under her breath. A woman near the drinks cooler let out a quiet, awkward laugh. That's when the man finally spoke. "Don't film, help people." 4 simple words. But the energy in the store shifted. The cashier blushed. A man in a business suit bent down to clean up the chips. The woman behind the counter whispered an apology. Small things, but real. The veteran wiped at his eyes. "Coming home was supposed to be the easy part," he whispered. "But sometimes, it's the hardest battlefield." The man walked him to the car outside. Still no name, no questions, no praise expected, just action. Just respect. But what no one in that store knew, what not even the veteran knew, was that the silent man had once been a different person entirely. Years ago, in a small-town high school, he was the loudest voice in the hallway, the cruelest. He mocked kids for their clothes, their speech, their silence. It wasn't because he was strong, it was because he was scared. His father had walked out. His mother worked 3 jobs. He didn't know how to carry pain without throwing it. That changed the day a teacher pulled him aside after a fight. "I don't care what you've done," she said. "But if you spend your life hurting people so they don't hurt you first, you'll end up alone. Be the kind of man you needed back when it all hurt." He didn't change overnight, but those words haunted him, inspired him. Slowly, quietly, he stopped talking and started doing. That's why he didn't say anything in the store. He knew words meant little without action, that silence could sometimes scream louder than shouting ever could. That night, the store's surveillance video made its way online. Not the mockery, not the fall, but the moment someone stood up, silently, steadily, and helped. It spread like wildfire. Comments poured in. "My dad's a veteran, thank you. Faith in humanity restored. This is what real strength looks like." Still, the man didn't come forward. No social media, no interviews. Just back to work the next morning, quiet, consistent. But the veteran returned a week later. He shuffled into the store, this time with confidence in his step and something in his hand. A small American flag pin. "I wore this into combat," he said, "and I always thought I knew what it meant. But you reminded me that freedom means nothing without kindness." "You didn't speak, son, but you said everything." They stood for a moment in the parking lot, 2 men, one old, one younger. No more words exchanged, just understanding, respect. A bridge formed in that silence, connecting decades of sacrifice, pain, and growth, not through speeches or ceremonies, but through compassion. Because sometimes the bravest act is helping without being asked. Sometimes the loudest statement is silence. And sometimes the greatest transformation isn't in who people think you are, but in who you quietly choose to become.